Hello, and welcome back to the Sim Serotonin podcast, where we encourage you to action 3Gs to grow, glow, and go after your goals, your passions, your dreams. And to do that today, we have the lovely Jenn with us as our guest. And I'm going to introduce Jenn by asking you, Jenn, who are you and how are you feeling truly in this moment?
We've never really thought about this before. Who am I? Hi, my name is Jenn.
Take your time, girl.
Who am I? That's like such a, I don't know. I've never really thought about who am I? I mean, I'm just a girl.
Aren't we all?
I'm just a girl trying to navigate life. Trying to enjoy every moment, trying to grow, trying to be better every day, and just do the things that I love and be surrounded by the people I love, mainly, I think.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And how are you feeling?
How am I feeling?
Truly.
I'm actually happy. I'm a happy person. I feel happy. I feel like I'm on the right track, the right path in life, and I feel fulfilled in where I am right now, I think.
That's great.
Yeah.
You talked about growth. What does growth mean to you, Jenn?
To me, growth is about working on yourself and being the best version of yourself. Whether it's in something you're passionate about, like sport, or whether it's becoming better at something, for example, public speaking. It's just something like just working on yourself, trying to improve yourself in every way, and of course, enjoying the journey along the way. I think that's
I love that. And you said that you feel like fulfilled where you are at right now and the journey you're on. Can you tell us a bit about that? Like, what are you doing at the moment? What's fueling you day to day?
Okay, so I'm graduating this year and it feels incredible. I was lucky enough to actually specialize in something that I truly love, sport and exercise, and moving on to masters, doing a master's in sports nutrition at Oxford Brookes, but I'll still be in Bath. I think it's like a mixture of like studying something I loved and then also being in a city that I love and having all my close friends here. Yeah, it's just a mix of everything, and knowing that like I'm gonna go and pursue a career that I've always dreamt about. I think that's how I'm feeling at the moment. Yeah.
And what is it about sports and nutrition that means so much to you? Why do you have this why have you always dreamt about it?
I forgot to mention that like I've probably had like my dream season this year, playing basketball. We won the league, we won the cup, and we got promoted.
That's incredible.
And I was also captain this year as well.
She was.
Well, vice captain. Kira was captain, and I was also chair of the club.
What were you not? You were everything.
No, it was a good year. It was actually my second year chairing, and it was just a dream season, and I think I've had personally like my best season. I think closing the chapter there, it's like a good way of closing my basketball chapter. I don't think I'll be playing next season. I think I'm just gonna end it here, end it on a good note. Of course, I'll be playing for like with friends for enjoyment, because it'll always be my passion. But yeah, in terms of sport, and then in terms of nutrition, I struggle with a disorder that takes a lot from me in terms of like thinking about my nutrition and nailing my nutrition. I have PMOS, the name changed from PCOS, if you guys know. And I think like just a lot of these disorders like PCOS, for example, endometriosis, require a lot of good nutrition, and I'm just passionate about nutrition. I'm just passionate about eating well and just fueling myself properly, and of course studying it also boosted my interest in it. And it's just, I just want to get into the field of women's health in terms of like dealing with athletes that are struggling with disorders like PCOS, but dealing with them from a nutrition perspective, just because I know that it's like the number one thing you can do to improve your symptoms and improve your disorder.
Is it the nutrition?
Like the nutrition aspect of it is super important. Of course, lifestyle factors like good sleep, the right training, just reducing stress, like all of these factors are like super important. But nutrition is like up there. I think that's one of the top things that really improved my PCOS symptoms overall.
And what about nutrition is the most important part, do you think? Is it like ingredients? Is it like I know diet's like sometimes a controversial term, but tell us more about that, like your thoughts around what in nutrition is crucial.
Yes, of course. I mean, fueling properly for athletes, for example, fueling before and after training sessions, I think that's super important, as well as making sure you're eating enough. I think a lot of women think that eating 1,200 calories is like enough, but in reality it's not even enough for your cells to function properly, for you to get your period properly. Like, that's just not enough. Another thing is definitely like the quality of food. Like, that's really, really important. Getting in your fiber, getting in all those macronutrients, on top of course nailing your getting your micronutrients. This is very important. And I think women, like athletes that have these disorders, on top of like making sure they're eating enough to fuel their training and to recover from training, they need to eat the right way. For example, with PCOS, you're insulin resistant. So like, yes, I need a lot of carbs to fuel my training sessions, but also I need to be smart about the way I have my carbs. So I can't have a naked carb, meaning I can't just have an apple as a snack. That would like instantly spike my insulin levels. So I need to, like, for example, pair that apple with a protein source or a fat source, in order for me to not have that spike. So I feel like there's also that balance that you need to be aware about.
And is that for people with PMOS specifically or generically?
I think definitely people with PMOS specifically, just because we're insulin resistant, and like people that have insulin resistance, but also in general, like having a naked carb is not recommended. You don't want to spike your insulin. But also, for example, intra workout, if I'm going for like an hour and a half of running, I'm gonna have a carb. I'm not gonna have fat. I'm not gonna have any protein source during my run. I'm gonna have a carb, and that's okay because you're moving, so your muscles are uptaking that glucose, and that's all right. But in terms of just like randomly having a snack on your bed, don't have naked carbs.
And a naked carb is a carb on its own.
Like a carb on its own, like an apple, a banana, a rice cake.
So it's better to pair them. What's your favorite way of pairing a naked carb?
I love a banana with almond butter and sea salt with some cinnamon. I think that's my favorite.
That sounds so
yummy.
yummy.
My favorite combo.
Do you prefer almond butter over peanut butter?
Yes. Yeah, I'd say so.
I need to, because I always just put the first thing I choose is peanut butter, but I should get into almond butter a bit more.
I used to have a lot of peanut butter, but I don't know, I made that switch and I just prefer almond butter now.
Nice.
Yeah.
So we talked a bit about nutrition, and now on the basketball side of things, I know you shared with me before your experience this year, but overall with basketball, why would you say like you continue to do it despite, like you're pretty good at it? Sometimes people like want to try something different. What has like encouraged you to stick to basketball as a sport?
Okay, so in my early years, I mean, I used to dance. I grew up dancing, and then it's a very typical like story, but basically I think it was during like PE, physical education at school. My coach approached me. He was like, "You're pretty tall. You should try playing basketball." So yeah, that's how it started. Started playing and absolutely fell in love with it. And then
why though? Why did you fall in love with it?
I don't know. Something about the sport just like made me feel so happy. Like it just loved it. It was just it was this feeling that I had every time I touched a ball. I was just super happy and just wanted to improve. And I really think I was horrible at the start. I really wasn't a good player just because I didn't have those athletic components in me that you'd need to be a good basketball player. I think I worked so hard on myself. I think, like, yes, I say I was a dancer, but I wasn't like the child that was super active. I was more a child that loved eating, sitting, watching TV. Like, my parents begged me to try every single sport. And I think the only thing that really, like, I enjoyed a bit was dancing. So I stuck to that. And it wasn't until, like, basketball where, like, I actually started feeling like I'm an active person, like, properly running, jumping. You know, that's when I actually built that athlete in me slowly.
That's surprising considering
Yeah, I
the
know,
you I know
the complete
today.
opposite. I'm going to tell you a little story, and I guess it's not a secret anymore, but basically, I'm really embarrassed when I talk about this. When I was younger, I used to hate saying the word sport.
Really?
Like, I used to say SPORT. I used
No
to
way.
hate it. Like, anything related to sports, I hated. And now, like, I'm a sports scientist, which is kind of like, you know, it's crazy.
It's like your brand.
Basically. So, yeah, I don't know how this happened. I think basketball triggered it. Fell in love with sport from there. And what made me continue playing was, I guess, I got better at it. It was the only thing that I really enjoyed in terms of sport. I think because I didn't try a lot of sports growing up because, again, I was a lazy child. So I guess I just stuck to it and kept improving, kept getting better. The first team in Lebanon asked me to come train with them. And from there I was like, okay, maybe I'm actually pretty good at this. Like, let me keep going. Then I moved to Cyprus, so I couldn't really play with that first team in Lebanon. Played for...
How did that feel? Like the shift and taking the sport with you?
Taking the sport in me, it was actually the hardest thing ever. I think because, like, with my new team, they barely spoke English. So, like, they spoke in Greek a lot. And I felt like a bit like the outsider. They were all, like, Cypriot. They were very welcoming, and, like, they're still my friends still today. But at the start, I think the shift was pretty hard because it was a lot of Greek, a lot of stuff that I didn't understand. And
I assume you didn't speak any Greek, did you?
no, not at all.
Wow.
Yeah, so it was really hard actually at the start. But then I started understanding Greek a bit, and I think they put the effort to speak in English. Because, you know, like, if you're used to speaking in a language, it's really hard not to speak in your language.
Yeah.
And I understood that. It's not because they were being rude. It's just, like, natural, especially in sport. Like, you want to express yourself in the language that you're most comfortable speaking in. So, yeah, but I think, like, by year 2, I felt so much better. Actually.
That's good. Wow, you should be proud of yourself. Joining a team that speaks a completely different language, like, that's hard.
It was, to be honest. It was pretty hard. Yeah.
A question. So, I remember you telling me, like, at one point you kind of had to choose between basketball and dance, and you chose basketball. Do you feel like any part of that was because of the team playing aspect of basketball, whereas dance can sometimes be a bit more independent?
Yeah, I'd say so. Definitely, like, I love the team aspect of basketball for sure. I think also I just felt like I had this feeling in me, like, I could actually I could really improve in this sport. With dance, I felt like I was limited, like I wasn't improving for a while. I was like, okay, like, this is just, I'm doing it to do it. I'm not, like, really, really enjoying it. When I started playing basketball, I was like, wow, like, I want to work hard. I want to become a better basketball player. And yeah.
Nice. And when you moved to Bath and you started to, you know, consider the fact that there's basketball here and play for the team, did you notice a major shift in the way things work in the UK in sports compared to Cyprus and Lebanon?
Yeah, I'd say so, definitely. I think coming here, I think a major shock to me was that basketball wasn't common and it wasn't popular. So automatically it wasn't like one of the big sports at uni, which to me was a big shock because in Lebanon, basketball is huge. In Cyprus, in Greece, and, like, in Europe, basketball is huge. You come here and it's like netball. And I was like, what?
British sport.
No! Yeah, I mean, obviously I came here for the education. I did see that they had a basketball team. It wasn't, like, the level that I expected. I expected a much higher level, I'll be honest. But I was really lucky because I was with a group of girls that, you know, they were just amazing, and I didn't really care. I didn't really care if like the level was high or not. I just enjoyed it as it was, and we were part of like a really good club in my first year, and even till today, like basketball is just a great club at uni. So just the people, I think, covered up on what I expected in terms of like how competitive the sport is in the country.
Yeah.
You know?
What's your favorite part about the people? Do you feel like you learn from them?
Yeah, definitely. Like, of course, 100%. And also just how friendly and how supportive and how just welcoming they were when I first joined uni. I think that was really nice. Yeah, I can't believe I'm graduating this year. I can't believe it's been the past 3 years have been the best past 3 years of my life, I think, and basketball was a big part of it for sure. Yeah.
And you've obviously been documenting your journey, sharing all like throughout the year how you've been going about basketball and also your nutrition. Can you tell us about that and like what inspired you to start sharing, getting into content?
I really enjoy content creation. Like ever since I was young, I'd always like put my phone and just speak to the camera or like dance or like just I've always liked filming, taking photos, just in general. I love that. And I was like, okay, so like today we live in a world where like social media can become your business, and especially in like the sector, like in sports, like just posting and being you and just giving some tips or maybe just posting your workout. It's like you're the brand basically these days. So I thought like it could be good for like sports scientist Jenn in the next few years, for example. Or like in any field that want to get into, whether it's nutrition or physiology, for example. So yeah, I started sharing a bit of basketball, a bit of my workouts, a bit of nutrition, and I felt like people enjoyed it and liked it, and I got a lot of support from my friends, and that made me really happy, and it like encouraged me to keep posting. And I guess it wasn't like an obligation. It wasn't like I have to post or like I need to post. It was I want to post. I enjoy posting. I like interacting with people. I like helping people. All of that. So yeah, that's what really got me into it.
And in terms of interactions, has it opened any doors for you or led to any opportunities?
Definitely. I work with like one of my favorite brands out there, and I'm like super grateful for that collab. But I work with Organized Nutrition, and it's basically it's protein / collagen / it's like a powder that's made out of collagen, protein, and organ. And it's like super clean, no preservatives, no additives, no fillers, sweetened with honey and maple syrup. So it's like, honestly, it's amazing. It tastes amazing, and it's really good for you.
You just add it to drinks and food, I assume?
Yeah, like I'd add it either in like milk as a shake or in a smoothie. Sometimes you can even add it in food like mince, bolognese, all of that. So you can add it into food, into your yogurt, into your smoothies.
Do you get it online, like Amazon?
Yeah,
or how does it work?
They've got their own website.
Okay.
You can buy it off their website.
Look at you promoting.
Code Jenn Azzi.
Code Jenn
Azzi. In the end. No, but yeah, I've worked with a few brands here and there, and I think just working with Organized, I think that was a big one for me because of how much I love the brand. Like, I used to buy so much of it every single month, and
oh my gosh,
then like it happened.
How full circle.
Yeah, it was good.
I love that for you. And do you feel like that's a path you'd like want to continue to go down, like brand partnerships?
Yeah, why not? Definitely along the way, maybe I will, but becoming a sports nutritionist, basically, maybe opening my own clinic, but definitely want to begin with like working maybe with sports teams, with athletes, and then hopefully opening my own clinic, and along the way just keep documenting my journey, hopefully work with more brands, and I mean I love content creation, it's good.
And so in terms of like the content creation, do you enjoy mostly like taking videos, or is it like writing up tips? What do you feel like you resonate with the most?
I think,
or is it most fun for you?
I love posting about PCOS and PMOS now. I keep saying PCOS, I'm just used to it.
Same.
Yeah.
I mixed up when I started initially.
I love posting about PMOS just because I know that a lot of girls struggle with it. And I love looking at PMOS content, so it's only natural. Like, creating it is also something that I love, and just helping girls, maybe if they could relate to me, or like some tips on how to deal with it and stuff. Also just like tips on, or maybe recipes. I think I love, if you look at my For You page, it's like recipes. So I do love sharing recipes that I just think are super good, or like super just good for you in general.
And in terms of sharing content about PMOS, do you feel like that's gotten you deeper into the community of other content creators who talk about it, and has it helped you personally with your own PMOS?
Yeah, I think definitely just it holds me accountable to those habits that I've built. You know, like if you're speaking about those tips and habits, or like, I don't know, what to do with PMOS, or, you know, you gotta do it yourself, you know, do what you preach, and
practice what you preach.
You preach. So yeah, definitely it's good. And I definitely did connect with a few girls on social media that have it, which is nice. And I've had a lot of friends like text me asking about like, what should I do? What have you been doing? What's been working for you? But obviously, like, what works for me might not work with you if you have PMOS. Like, it's also something about like listening to your body and knowing what's good for you, you know?
Okay.
Yeah.
So it's a bit like subjective to the person.
Definitely. Like,
and
just like with anything else, I think like you need to listen to your body, and like, for example, fixing my stress, or like dealing with stress was a big factor for me, just because my nutrition, I think, I had pretty nailed it. It was pretty much nailed. But then for another person, it could be that their stress is under control, but the dealing with their insulin resistance is what they needed to do. You know, so it's like you need to focus on what's missing, basically.
And when you say stress, do you mean stress as a result of having PMOS, or stress in your day-to-day life?
I think stress in my day-to-day life. I think like I'm a perfectionist, and I think that can become stressful. Like, it's a good thing, but also it comes to the point where it actually creates so much stress. And I think just getting into like a bit of meditation, a lot of breathing, a bit of yoga, I feel like those things helped me a lot, and I think my stress levels have been pretty good at the moment.
That's good.
So.
And tell us more about yoga, meditation. How
do you feel about it? I mean, I wake up every day, and the first thing I do before looking at my phone is either put on a 10-minute meditation or do some breathing.
Really?
That's how I start my day. I like calming my cortisol levels in the morning. And definitely yoga. I'd say I'd do a session like once a week or once every 2 weeks. I feel like that's good for just recovery, for just an hour of not thinking about anything, just really calming your nervous system. I think that's really good.
I remember seeing your stories where you go do a yoga session. Is it like a place in Bath? It looks so aesthetic.
I love going to this one place called The Space in Bath. It's really good. And I mean, I do incorporate a few yoga exercises in the morning. So my routine would be wake up, breathe or meditate depending on how much time I have, do my mobility, journal for like 5 minutes, and crack on with it.
Do you have a specific journaling style? How do you like to journal? Is it like brain dump? Is it prompts?
So 5 things I'm grateful for, and then 5 things that I want to achieve today. Like my top 5 things. Basically.
Why the number 5?
I think it came from a podcast that I was listening to, and there's like science behind it. So it's like basically your top 2 priorities, then your top 3, and then it's like the way I write it is a bit like interesting, but how do I describe this? Basically, the first 2 are the things that you really, really, really need to do today.
Okay.
And then the following 2 are things that you need to do. You could do them tomorrow, but like things you would like to do. And the last thing is probably just like the thing that like you'd like to do but like is really not that essential, basically. So like yeah.
So 223.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
223.
I like that.
Yeah.
'Cause I always use the number 3, but actually that makes you get a bit of buffer with the 5s.
It's actually 7. Actually, it's 7. Sorry, it's 2, 2, 3. So it's 7.
Oh.
So it's top 2 and then 2 and then 3. Yeah, it's 7. Sorry.
Okay. And how long have you been doing this?
Oh, wow, a really long time. But I think I've changed my prompts. So I keep changing my prompts every now and then. I think I've stuck to these 2 prompts for the longest time now, just because they've really worked with me. But I've been journaling, I think, for the past 6 years every morning.
Wow. And do you notice the difference?
I definitely do. Like on the days where I don't journal, I feel like something's wrong. Maybe because I'm used to it, but also I think it's good. It sets like it's a good start to the day. It sets my day.
And is it like you do your daily like, okay, here's my priorities, what I need to do, or do you ever have like a maybe monthly or yearly like kind of check-in where you do things a bit differently in your journaling?
I think every month I basically write down my monthly goals, and every week I write my weekly goals. So that's like, but I wouldn't have like something specific to the month in terms of like journaling.
And how did you approach journaling when it came to like New Year's resolutions?
Different prompts, like things I'd like to achieve at uni, things I'd like to achieve, or goals that I'd like to achieve within the family, within my friends, or maybe it's not really goals, it's more so like, because obviously I live away from my family. I think one of my resolutions was to just keep in touch and maybe get on more regular calls with my niece. I felt like I had, because my niece lives in Africa, 10-hour flight away. It's like hard. So and I felt like I wasn't putting in, not the effort, but I think, time difference and just being busy with life, and her sleeping at 7 p.m. because she's a baby, sometimes times don't match. So definitely this year I've been communicating much better with my niece, which is good.
It's a good thing, like, to put the effort to do even more, because it is hard. Like, I definitely relate to the whole like having to check in when your family is abroad. Like, it can be tough.
It can be,
but we do what we can. Yeah. Oh, so it sounds like journaling has helped in breathing and meditation.
For sure.
I'm curious, Jen, what's something maybe at this moment you feel like you're struggling with or is challenging to you? Whatever you're comfortable sharing, of course.
Yeah, of course. Need a few seconds to think about this one.
Take your time, girl. Also, I realized how color coordinated you are. I love it.
Yellow. Yes, okay. I think deep inside me, I'm struggling with the fact that I probably won't be playing basketball anymore. I think I haven't really faced it yet. Like, properly faced that. I think right now I'm like, yeah, whatever, like, yeah, I'm stopping, like, it's fine, whatever. But I think it's a big part of my identity and a big part of who I am, that one day I'm gonna be like, shit, like, I'm not playing basketball anymore, like, oh my god, that's crazy.
Why does it, well, you sound like it's scary, right?
It's scary, it definitely is scary, and it's like, am I actually doing the right thing, or should I reach out to a local club? Like, should I stop now, or, I don't know.
What about basketball itself makes you feel like, what makes you question holding on to it?
Just because it's something that I've been doing for so long, and I think this season especially showed me that actually, like, I'm pretty good at it. Like, I played well this season. I feel like, why not giving it some more time, a few more years, maybe semi-professional, or just like my local club, and see where that takes us, right? But I don't know. I'm gonna probably have to think about it a bit this summer, a bit more.
Can you envision your life without it?
I can, of course, I definitely can, but also I feel like it will hit hard when I actually just realize that actually I'm not playing next season. I don't have a season. I'm not a part of a team. I don't have teammates. Like, I feel like one day it's really gonna hit and I'm gonna be like, shit, you know?
Yeah.
Just because it's something that I've been doing for the past 11 years. You know, I've always been a part of a team. I've always had teammates. I've always played. I've always had games coming up. I've always had an off season. I've always had to prep for the season. And this summer, I'm like, well, I can train to train. I can just enjoy my training sessions. Not that I didn't enjoy my off seasons, but it was more like serious because like I had a goal, I had a season to prepare for it. Now it's like I can go on holiday and just chill, you know. I don't need to wake up early and get that session in.
Yeah.
So yeah.
And when you're thinking about all of this, like envisioning not having to do that, what emotions do you feel? Like, how do you literally feel right now physically?
Panicked a bit. Just, I don't know. It's weird. It's different. I don't know how to feel, I think. But another thing is that I also run, and I did like 2 hyroxes this year. I think that was me trying to prepare myself for the next phase. Me trying to replace the feeling I get with basketball with something else. And I think I'm really, really, really like passionate about running, and I love running, and I fell in love with hyrox as well. Absolutely love the sport. I really want to race next year, like enter a few races. I think this summer I just want to rest and really figure out what I want to do, but I definitely want to get into hyrox and running a bit more.
Yeah, that's insane that you did 2. Wow.
Yeah.
What was the toughest part of the hyroxes?
So I did a relay with the dream team. We absolutely smashed it. And then did a doubles with Kira, which was super special. It was like one of those like, oh, we're done with uni now. We're done with our basketball season. Let's go do a hyrox. Let's try something new. And we entered the race just wanting to have fun. We didn't have a goal, a time in mind. We didn't go crazy. We just wanted to enjoy it, you know? And it was a good like starting point, and I really, really enjoyed that race. And that race in Cardiff made me just want to get into hyrox. So you never know. We'll see. We'll see where life takes us.
Yeah, I can totally see you smashing them, like the upcoming ones.
Thank you.
All the best of that.
Thank you.
So it sounds like hyroxes and running and this pathway of activities is fueling you, and it's making you feel energized.
I think so, yeah. Definitely. I think in my mind I'm like, okay, I'm stopping basketball maybe, but I mean, I can enter a few races, I can compete in hyrox. Those are things that I also love doing, so yeah.
Is there anything else like outside of sports and physical activity that gives you that kind of fulfillment? Yeah,
I think I'm currently doing an internship with British bobsleigh and skeleton, and working with athletes. I actually love it. Like, I love working with athletes. I love being around athletes. I love sharing moments with them, testing them out, all of that part. I feel like this is something that I truly want to get into a bit more, maybe later in my career. But we'll see. I'm trying a bit of everything, obviously mastering in sports nutrition, but we'll see where life takes us. Yeah.
Can I give you a challenge, Jen?
Yes, of course.
You can accept it, you can decline it, or you can propose an alternative that suits you better.
Yeah.
So you talked about how something you're struggling with is the idea of leaving basketball, right? Because it's kind of all you know for the past few years, preparing for seasons, even for off season, maybe arguably struggling to like relax without the thought of it. But there's things like hyrox and running that still give you that fulfillment. But then regardless of sport, you just said that working with athletes, speaking to athletes helps you, right? It makes you feel like energized. So my challenge to you is to take some time to think about who your maybe dream athlete, someone who really inspires you. Not only one person, it could be a few people who really inspire you. To think about them, decide who they are, and reach out to them.
Yeah.
It's up to you to decide what you're gonna ask them, or what you're gonna message them, or how you reach out to them. But I want, because we talked about I know we said it was 7, not 5, but let's stick to 5 for now.
Yeah.
The 5 inspired by your journal prompts.
Yeah.
I want you to choose 5.
Okay.
And you have to reach out to them this summer.
Okay. And ask them about...
It's up to you how you reach out, what you say, what you do.
Okay.
But you have to shoot your shot and do something. Some ideas that come to mind could be like, maybe you ask them to be like your mentor, or maybe you ask them to do something like this, like interview them about something that you found inspiring that they did.
Yeah.
You
No,
can
I'll
do
accept
whatever you
that.
like.
I'll accept that. I like that.
You want to accept it?
I'll accept it.
Shall we shake on it?
We'll shake on it.
And who's gonna hold you accountable?
You will.
Will I? Okay, so I'm gonna check in on you.
Check in on me.
When feels realistic for you?
When feels realistic?
Within the summer months.
End of August?
Okay.
Okay.
I'll add it to my calendar.
Let's do that.
Perfect.
Let's do it.
Oh,
I
it
like
was
that
so fun
challenge.
to chat to you, Jen.
Oh, I love being here. Thank you for having me.
Of course. Before we wrap up, can you share with the podcast audience what's one way you think everyone can spread their serotonin? Or how would you recommend everyone does?
Keep a smile on your face. Even if you're having a bad day, don't spread your negative energy on people. They don't deserve the negative energy. Keep it to yourself. Of course, speak about shit like I'm having a bad day, but don't spread that negativity because no one deserves that.
Love it.
Smile.
Smiling literally psychologically and physically spreads serotonin because like you're
Exactly.
moving your muscles.
Even like if I'm walking down the street and I see someone smiling, I smile back and I instantly feel better.
Yeah.
No,
Right.
yeah, 100%.
It's just it's happiness. Oh, okay. Well, thank you again.
Thanks.
Thanks everyone for watching. We hope this gave you serotonin and have a great rest of the day.
Bye.